You did everything, literally everything while you were there. You were there for 19 years. Let's talk about a couple of the highlights, the things that you did. I know you went to Puerto Rico. I know you were in the chopper. You reported so many stories. Take us through just a couple of things, because I don't think people realize, because I'll tell you, when I worked there, for only a couple of years, shockingly, was it 2 years as a news reporter, I'd be out in the van in a random neighborhood and people go, is Lisa Mateo in there? I'm like, I'm not driving the van around with her in the back. We don't take her everywhere. She just stays off.
Well, it is. And you really hit the nail on the head with that. When you're at a station, if you're new to a community, you have to become a part of it. You have to gain that trust in the people. You have to, granted, I'm from New York City. I was born in Brooklyn, but you have to be a part of it. When you're out reporting on a story, talk to the people who are there. Don't just, sit in your car and just doodly-doo. Actually get involved. Go to the stores. Go to the restaurants where they eat. Find out and talk to the, everybody, so you get a real feel of the community, so that you learn, how they work, the ins and outs of the city. You have to know that, especially in this market where people are traveling from, market 1 to market 50 to market 6, you're all over the place. Granted, I was lucky enough to be able to stay in New York City, but that's very rare. And you're usually moving around. And so if you're moving around, you need to know your community. And I think that's a big part of it. You have to speak authentically like yourself, and I always said that, this is how I am, and this is how I talk, and this is how it's going to be. And, granted, there's differences, between breaking news and this, but you're still, I'm not that, you don't have that anchor voice and you're talking, you know what I mean? You're being authentically yourself at the same time. You're just how we're talking right now. That's how I would tell a story, we're just kind of talking like this. But I think it's just the crazy things that I was willing to do, from features. I'm swimming with sharks. I'm in the globe of death with motorcycles racing around me. I can't even roller coasters, water slides, all on live TV. This is all live TV.
Incredible.
But I had such a fun time doing it, because I think people seeing me do that was just their way to be like, damn, she's a really cool gal.
People love you. Even, later on when you left, I'd be at, whatever, taco place or burrito joint with you. And they'd be like, oh, Lisa Mateo here to have some more chips. And I'm like, what? Hanging out with you is really cool in New York, because everybody knows you.
Because I just loved it. And here's the difference. When people see you on the street, they want to take pictures, they want to do everything. And they're actually surprised that I'm like, yeah, let me grab your camera. Come on, let's go. They're like, wow, you really are like you are on TV. Well, that's how it should be. You really should be how you are on TV, like how you are in real life, and it's a weird concept, but it's the truth. You have to be. And so, yeah, I took those features, I did weather, and the most amazing part of it, my highlight of my career was, like you said, when I went to Puerto Rico, and that was for something that I had to fight for, and something that I believed in, and something that I went in with a plan. If you want something and you believe in it and you want to go for it, you have to go in with a plan. I went into my boss's office. They weren't so hot at first, but I said, we need to go back to the island. We've been there when the hurricane hit. When Hurricane Maria hit, we need to go back and do a follow-up story. And so it was going back and coming back to her again with a plan, saying, hey, I talked to the Red Cross. Here's what we're going to do. Monday, we're going to do this. Tuesday, we're going to do this. Wednesday, we're going to this place, this place, this place, this school, this community. I got this person. You go in and you lay it out for them on a silver platter. All the work is done. Just send me over there with a photographer. And they were nice enough to send a producer as well, who was amazing. It was such an amazing team, but it was more personal for me because I'm from the island and I grew up seeing the beauty of it. And to see how it was just taken apart was emotional. It was an emotional time. But being able to come back and tell those stories of resilience was the most important part for me.
I think there's so many lessons in that story. You can get a no, and then you go back again, and you go back again. But you really do have to do your homework. When you're asking someone for something, you have to have the plan laid out, not just, hey, this is a good story. And by the way, you know, the people who listen to this podcast, a lot of them are journalists, not everyone, but no matter what you do, you got to pitch a story, whether you're pitching yourself or you're pitching a story that you cover, and you got to have the elements. This day, we're going to do that. That day, we're going to do this. We're going to come up with 6 unique stories that nobody else has. And they can air the next week.